Hey, it's Tuesday night, and welcome to a special edition of the PreGame Blitz. I'm your host, Larry Godwin. I don't know about you guys, but I am tired already. Are you guys tired as I am? I'm worn out because, as part of my regular job, I travel all over the place, get to talk to a bunch of great customers, and I feel like I make a difference. But today, in the last couple of days, and part of that is I have a lot of windshield time driving to the next city or the next customer. And just about 95 to 100% of the time, I'm usually on the phone the last couple of days fielding calls about who the next head coach is going to be for the Lowndes Vikings. And today into last night, it was, hey, is it really Zach Grage? Yes, it's Zach Grage. What do you think he's going to do? What kind of offense is he going to bring to Martin Stadium? And so we'll get into all of that tonight. But if you're a Lowndes fan tonight, and it has been a whirlwind kind of day, many of you are you're starting to gather at the LHS Performing Arts Center, right? Because there's something going on over there tonight. There's a press conference that's going to be happening at 7:15, and we are scheduled to carry that live on the program tonight. So if you can't make it there for whatever reason and you're watching the show, don't feel like you have to cut away from the show to watch the live stream or the live stream press conference, because we're going to carry that. We're going to basically take in the official feed from Lowndes County Schools right into the show. And you're going to be able to catch that right here with my commentary and the SuperFans as soon as they join us. So since I wanted to come on a little bit earlier tonight, some of my SuperFans, they have jobs as well. So not some of them, all of them have jobs as well. So they're going to be on at the regular time, 7 to 7:15. So they'll be joining us a little bit later in the show. So listen, if you're a Lowndes fan, I want to hear from you. If you are a Thomasville fan, I especially want to hear from you guys, because I've been reading the message boards off and on today, Facebook pages, fan pages, that kind of stuff. And overwhelmingly, I've seen that the Thomasville fans are sad to see Zach Grage go. They're sad to see him leave the Rose City over there, because he's done some really good things. And we'll get into his schedule and his record as the show progresses tonight. So with that said, guys, I want to make sure that I thank our sponsors that make this show possible. And so some potential sponsors are watching the show tonight. So I want to make sure I welcome them to the program as well. So as you know by now, listen, this is our title sponsor for the year, the Pepsi Bottling Company. These guys do a great job. You see the Pepsi products behind me. There's a reason why there's a lot of Pepsi products all over this household, because we are a Pepsi household. We love this stuff. Some people in my family love Pepsi. Some people love Mountain Dew. I'm a big Mountain Dew Zero fan until I was introduced to Mountain Dew Spark, whether it's regular or what I call unleaded, and that's the zero variety, the zero version, right? So anyway, this is fast becoming one of my favorite drinks, Mountain Dew Spark. But if that's not your flavor, if that's not your style, you see on the top of the screen, they offer other things as well, like Rockstar, Mountain Dew Energy. And you can get those in regular or what I call unleaded, the zero variety. So thank you so much to Doyer Deloach at the Pepsi Bottling Company here in Valdosta for sponsoring our program this year. We appreciate you very much, and we want to thank you, and we want to encourage all of you guys to buy more Pepsi products. It keeps shows like ours on the air. So anyway, so a couple other sponsors that we want to thank. If it sounds like I'm giddy tonight and I could barely speak and get the words out, I'm tripping over my words, it's because I am. I love this hire. I got to admit, I love this hire of Zach Grage, and I'll get into reasons why. When the SuperFans, when they join me on the screen a little bit later on in the show, they're going to put me on the hot seat and make me defend this hire, because just like many of you, the SuperFans expected a bigger name, and they plan to put me on the hot seat and throw all kinds of questions at me. But listen, I can handle it. I can handle it, right? We're only talking about Cole and Justin Haley and George Braddock. I can handle those guys. Anyway, but listen, if you can't handle sunlight coming into your house because it's too bright, or you can't handle the curb appeal because your window treatments just don't look that good, I've got a solution for you. A Shade of Perfection. Tim Neesmith, affectionately known as Stickman, he's got a great company called A Shade of Perfection where he specializes in custom shades and blinds. If that's a service or a product that you need, give Timmy a call, 251-3479. You can catch him at his website, ashadeofperfection.com. But that's not the only thing that we bring to the table, because this time of year, guys, with the weather changing back and forth, or your favorite coach didn't get hired, or whatever the reason might be, you might be suffering from a migraine, really splitting headache, or even in need of back pain treatments, right? Josh Batson and Justin Haskin, they are certified headache medicine specialists at the Migraine and Spine Clinic here in Valdosta. I just talked to these guys earlier this week, had a really good visit with them. They are ready and willing to schedule your appointments and help you with your migraine and back pain needs. We also want to thank White Oak Investment. Kyle Conger at 850-8848 helps me personally with my financial planning. He does a fantastic job. Give Kyle a call. He's got 3 offices now. If you need financial advice, he's got an office in Thomasville, Valdosta, and Jacksonville. And there's that Thomasville-Valdosta connection again. I don't know what it is about those two cities, but we're going to be talking about a coach going from Thomasville over to Valdosta tonight. We also want to thank Matthew Godwin, Verizon Wireless on Perimeter Road. He can hook you up with iPhones, Androids, accessories, and small business accounts. So give Matthew a call if you have the need for that. One of our newest sponsors is Freedom with Steve Nichols. Steve does a great job Monday through Friday, every morning from 6 to 9 a.m. He brings you the politics of today. If you like, not in your face, but if you like direct talk when it comes to politics, freedom, what the host thinks, Steve Nichols is your guy, and he does a great job. You can catch him on his Facebook page, Freedom with Steve Nichols, or his website, freedomwithstevenichols.live. So catch Steve's show Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. And, of course, G Nation Media. Let's quite frankly, guys, we make digital look good. That's it. Whether it's the Viking Nation, PreGameBlitz.com, our newest website, NationalHSFB.com. I'm sorry, our newest website is NationalHSFB.com, our national partnership with Joe Mamone and Prep Gridiron Logistics, PreGameBlitz.com. You guys have been visiting for a while. And one of our unique products, digital products, called Plow the Field, the podcast. And that's unique. I encourage you to give that a try. So anyway, those are our sponsors. We're working on signing some other folks up. And we're just having a great time talking football every Tuesday and Thursday nights. And so that's what we're here to talk about tonight. Couple of guys that's chiming in already. Kyle and Susan Richter. All right, LG. Here we go, guys. Kyle and Susan Richter says, all right, LG, Lowndes and Valdosta are all tied to the hip. All 3 have it. I knew this was coming. And I'm sure this is going to be a question thrown at me tonight on the hot seat when the other SuperFans arrive to the show. All 3 having former ex-Packer assistants as their head coaches. Calhoun, Grage, and Felton all coached under Probst at Colquitt. And that's true. And I'll provide some commentary a little bit later on in the show when the SuperFans get here, so I don't have to repeat myself. Mike McLeod, enjoying your show, even though I'm a diehard Valdosta Wildcat. Mike McLeod, thank you so much for watching. I do, believe it or not, I do cheer for you guys, except for that one game during the year called the Wintersville Classic. And this year's Wintersville Classic is going to be probably one for the ages, Mike. You'd probably have to agree with that, right? You got Lowndes with first-year head coach Zach Grage. You got Valdosta with second-year head coach Shelton Felton. They both branch off of that Rush Probst tree. So it's going to be interesting, dude. It's going to be interesting this year. So who do you think takes it this year, Mike? Will Palmer. I feel bad for Will. I really do. Will is one of those diehard Thomasville Bulldog fans. He says, "Hi, what do you mean, how I feel? Come on, Will. That's the wrong show, man. I'm kidding. Phil does a great job with his show too. Hello, Viking Nation. Thomasville Bulldog fan here. I'm sad to see him go, but I support his decision. I will probably have to purchase a few Viking tickets this season. How much we like Zach Grage. And Will Palmer, you're exactly right. That is the overwhelming consensus that I'm hearing from Thomasville Bulldog fans. So, guys, sometimes when a coach leaves a program, the fans are ready to see them go, right? There's no love lost. Sometimes the coaches wear out their welcome. They don't live up to what they committed for a myriad number of reasons. But for whatever reason, and I'm going to give you a bunch of them, the Thomasville Bulldog fans, by and large, are sad to see Zach Grage go. It could have something to do with playing for a state title last year and falling just a hair short. Right, Will Palmer? So Will says, I fixed it. That was kind of funny, man. That's kind of funny. Josh Garnto says, hey, LG, what's up, buddy? Hey, Josh, good to see you, man. David McGee, let everyone know that number 13, Tay was a really great slot receiver for the Lowndes Vikings this year. I'm glad to see that he's committed to Bellarmine University in Louisville, Kentucky. So David, tell Tate, way to go, man. Congratulations. Tree Cracker says, good evening, y'all. Mike McLeod, he definitely agrees. The Winners of Clack is going to be great this year. So that was a mouthful. Now, let's talk about Zach Grage and Lowndes. Okay. It's approaching 7:00. We expect to bring in the press conference feed, the live press conference feed from the LHS Performing Arts Center at 7:15. So we've got about 15 minutes left before we cut that broadcast into our show. You'll still see me off and on the screen, and I'll cut in and interject if there's something noteworthy to comment on as it's happening. And you guys feel free to listen. You don't get this chance often. As you're watching the live stream tonight of the press conference, if you feel like making a comment, throw your comment up there like you normally do. We're going to make this a very, very interactive and engaging show tonight. I told you, started off the show with this is a special edition of the PreGame Blitz and the Viking Nation Live combined into one show, right? And I love it. I love it. So anyway, let's talk about Zach Grage. Was he the right hire for Lowndes High School? Do you guys remember the names? I'm going to remind you of last week's show. When I put up, remember that poll that I put up on the PreGame Blitz? I'm going to bring that poll up. Hold on one second. Let's see, PreGameBlitz.com. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. If you're new to the show, and we've got some new viewers tonight, so I don't mind taking a few minutes to do this. So I'm going to load up this show. All right, so check this out. So here is by the way, guys, if you haven't checked out this website, what are you waiting for? PreGameBlitz.com gives you all the football, and we focus on football, GHSA, that kind of stuff. And so every once in a while, you'll see some other sports on there, but we kind of like to focus on football on these shows and this website because there's plenty of content to do that. And one of the things that we talked about last week was this poll that I threw out there on the PreGameBlitz.com. And you see a number of you actually took part in that. And so here's the question was pretty simple. Which 5 coaches out of these 10 that I listed off the top of my head, which 5 coaches do you guys want? And I was talking to the Lowndes fan base. Does the Lowndes fan base want to see interviewed for this job? And lo and behold, who do you think made the top 5? Zach Grage. So he's not an unknown commodity to the Lowndes fan base. He got a number of votes, made the top 5, right? So obviously Tucker Pruitt was number 1. Guys, listen, I'm being told Tucker Pruitt did not apply. He's got a good deal. That's what I'm being told. Don't know if it's true, but that's what I'm being told. That he did not apply. And he's got a good deal going on at Fitzgerald. Grew up there, played football there. I can understand why he wouldn't leave, right? So he wasn't coming. Adam Carter, I'm being told, is about to depart Grayson for the college ranks. I'm being told that he's about to go to Clemson. Yeah, that might be that Clemson, that Grayson to Clemson connection. Remember, Mickey Kahn when he was the head coach of the Grayson Rams and won one or two state titles up there. What did he do? He ended up on the Clemson staff as well. So that might be a burgeoning pipeline from Grayson to Clemson. So I'm being told that Adam Carter may be following that route. We'll see if that holds true, but that's just what I'm being told. Marquise Westbrook. I reached out. I've got some buddies up there in the Warner Robins area, big Warner Robins Demons fans. Former mayor of Warner Robins. He and I are really, really good friends. He graduated from Warner Robins. And so I called him. He suggested I call someone else that's really plugged into their program. And so I reached out to those guys and I asked specifically about Marquise Westbrook. You know what I got? Crickets. These guys are very, very quick to say, no, yes, that's going to happen. No. We want to, but man, they were kind of getting upset that I was even bringing that topic up. So it led me to believe that something happened there. I don't know what. I can't put my finger on it. I will find out. And when I do, I'll report back to you guys. Because you know me by now, I'm pretty relentless that way. I just leave it at that. I'm pretty relentless when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I will find out. But that was kind of the vibe that I was getting. I don't know for sure because Wes is being very tight-lipped about his final candidates. I do know, or I've been told that 5 candidates were interviewed over the weekend there on the campus of Lowndes High. And one of them was being, really all of them, but one of them was had their picture taken, not on purpose, but someone took a picture of Zach Grage and his family talking to Wes Taylor, the superintendent. And that's really, guys, I think that was Saturday. And that's really when the Zach Grage train started pulling out of the station. We kind of knew something was up. We couldn't say, yes, this was really going to happen. But we kind of knew something was in the air. Something was about to happen when that photo hit. And you probably, guys, know what I'm talking about. That photo made its way around the internet. So anyway, if I can find that photo real fast, let me look real fast. So talk amongst yourself. I'm just kidding. So if I can find that photo real fast here. Oh yeah, here it is right here. There we go. So let me throw that right there. Modern day technology. Check out that picture. This is the photo that I was talking about that made its way around social media. And you see clearly Wes Taylor is standing there, or it looks like Wes Taylor's the back of his head, right? It looks like Wes Taylor, the superintendent, is standing there at the entrance of Martin Stadium where the field house is, talking to who appears to be Zach Grage and his wife. He's got some kids laying in the background. I don't know if those are his kids or what. I don't know. But anyway, he appears to be Zach. And that's really when the Zach Grage train was leaving the station. Everybody knew something was up. So anyway, so when I say a photo circulated, that was the photo that I was talking about. Ain't technology cool? So anyway, Zach Grage makes this top 5 list. And that means that he was a known commodity, but the debate started to rage within the Lowndes community. It's like, is this really the guy that we want? Because we thought, what did you guys think? What did you guys think? You guys thought probably what 99% of the public thought, which was Lowndes wanted, and I wrote an article about this. You see it right there on the screen at PreGameBlitz.com. It's right there. You see it right there. What does Lowndes want in their next coach? And one of the bullet points I said, and I was kind of echoing basically what the echo chamber was echoing, which was Lowndes wanted a proven state championship winner with multiple state titles, right? And people scratching their heads like, wait a minute. So when the name Zach Grage started to leak, people were like, wait a minute, what? Zach Grage doesn't have multiple state championships. He doesn't have any state championships under his belt as a head coach. So what was the deal? Guys, the deal was this. I'm going to pull up this article. You can see it on the screen. So the deal was this, that first bullet point, championship experienced, right? But here's the deal. Zach Grage did make it to a state championship game, under when he's the head coach 5 years at Thomasville. And we're going to get into his record at Thomasville in depth. Okay, I'm talking, we're going to turn it inside out, and I'm going to point out some nuggets that I found in there. Because I noticed these types of things. I noticed these trends, and I'm going to bring you those trends. But look at these other bullet points that I wrote about just yesterday, right? What is Lowndes looking for? He's got to be offensively, what I call offensively gifted. And what I meant by that was, well, listen, it was no secret that Lowndes, the vast majority of Lowndes fans, now I'm not talking about the old school fans who've been here for decades. I'm talking about the modern era Lowndes fans that came along when Randy McPherson was there. Because when he ran the table and won 3 state championships within a 4-year period, something like that, 04, 05, and 07. So a lot of people jumped on the Lowndes bandwagon starting during that era. So we grew up with the wing T, and when Randy made that transition to the Auburn spread, we kind of cheered. It's like, oh, finally, something exciting. And then what happened? He starts to inherit some or maybe I shouldn't use that word, inherit. He starts to really get some good quarterbacks in there. Remember Michael Barrett? And then Ja'Cory Brown, back to back. Think about a head coach having those 2 quarterbacks back to back, Michael Barrett and Ja'Cory Brown. And so what does Randy McPherson do? He uses that Lowndes spread, by the way, which was helped ushered in by Tucker Pruitt, by the way. So he parlays that into several deep several deep playoff runs into state final appearances. I think he had 2 or 3 state final appearances in the last 5 years or so, and then a state championship appearance. Then Jamie DuBose takes over, and we think, okay, we got to have someone that's truly offensively gifted. So DuBose, that's his bona fides. That's his street creds. So he comes into the program all full of piss and vinegar, and he's going to, please forgive me for using that kind of language. So he's jazzed up. He calls his offense the NASCAR offense. You guys remember that? Remember that? Smart, fast, physical? So he is touted as an offensive mastermind, and we cheer loudly. We can't wait to see it. And we got glimpses of that. We were really looking forward to his 3rd year entering this season to see what he could truly do without relying on someone like a Ja'Cory Brown. So now you fast forward, DuBose leaves. And still, Lowndes is in search of, I'm going to make this terrible comparison. I know this is terrible to begin with. But Lowndes is in search of that offensive holy grail. The offensive holy grail, which is that high potent spread offense, that offensively gifted coach that they want so desperately. And Wes Taylor is convinced that Zach Grage is the guy. And given Grage's background, he appears to be an offensively gifted guy, especially what he's done at Thomasville. One of our SuperFans, Cole Moore, just hit the background, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him into the screen. Cole, how you doing, buddy?
Man, I was doing fine until I heard Zach Grage, offensive genius, and everything else.
And listen, we're going to get into all that. You're going to get your time in the sun. You're going to try to put me on the hot seat. I've already warned my audience before you shut up. But let me finish my thought on these 5 bullet points, and then we're going to follow. We got about 5 minutes or 4 minutes before the Lowndes press conference gets underway. Then we'll cut to. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it looks like they're getting ready to go live now. So let me go ahead and take that off the screen. So as soon as someone shows up there, guys, I will bring them back on the screen. Does that sound cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Cole, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So let me bring that bullet point back up. And so, guys, so we're looking for this offensively gifted person, and we seem to have found him in Zach Grage. And this is bullet point number 3 is so important to the Lowndes Viking Nation, and that's defensively sufficient. In order to get someone that's offensively minded, the Lowndes fan base is so ready to get our defense back. Cole Moore, The last 2 years' defenses have been less than stellar. So we want an offensively minded guy, but we want a head coach that will bring in someone that really knows how to play shutdown defense, right?
Yeah. But my first thing would be I would definitely keep Ashley Anders on that staff. I think he's he's coached in 7A and he's coached against 7A offenses, and if you get where I'm coming from, he
Yeah,
knows
absolutely.
how to coach
Absolutely.
it. He knows how to coach against 7A offenses,
That's right.
not double A offense. Never mind. You get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me run through a couple more bullet points. One, the fourth bullet point was to have someone that's character focused. One of the things that we really liked about Dubose, Cole, was he was really focused on character development as well. Remember, he helped to roll out the Lowndes player mentorship program where he was using or kind of persuaded Lowndes upperclassmen to hold these character mentorships type of sessions on Saturday mornings after a game, which was outstanding. He brought in motivational speakers, high character guys to talk to the team about character development. So that's important to the Lowndes fan base as well. We want a coach that is character focused. We want a coach that's public relations minded, that is not afraid of a microphone. Listen, it's no secret that Randy McPherson, great head coach, but really did not like being in behind a microphone.
No, Randy's was an old school coach.
That's right.
He talked. His team talked for him. You know what I'm saying? And I love those type of coaches. He let his team talk to him.
That's exactly right.
And,
so Cole, they're about to start here. It looks like they pulled the curtain back. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that on the screen. So you and I can still continue to talk, right. and when they come, then I'll unmute that screen so the audience can hear the press conference.
Wow, right? Nice podium.
Yeah, listen, this is our brand new state-of-the-art Lowndes High School, man, complete with a brand new performing arts center, and that's where the press conference is being held tonight. That is like 1,000-seat auditorium. We call it the Performing Arts Center, but it's basically 1,000-seat auditorium.
Before they start, I do have a quick question now, G.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, or when y'all went through this process after Randy decided to be done coaching.
Yeah.
Y'all said that back then it was at least two state championships, right?
Sure.
Has the bar lowered at Lowndes to settle for a coach with no state championships?
Great question. It looks like they're getting ready to start this. So we're going to save that because I told the audience that you're going to be on the screen tonight, putting me on the hot seat, and I was expecting that question from you. So I'm not dodging the question. I'm just going to answer.
I know, buddy. I know you're excited for the new head coach, Zach Grage of the mighty Lowndes County Vikings.
Absolutely, man. I'm so giddy. It's like it's like waking up on Christmas morning to me. It really is, man. It really is. I'm so excited.
It is until you get to region play.
Yeah. All right. So there's John Bowman, the director of the Georgia Bridgman. There's Wes Taylor coming up. It looks like Wes is about to speak. So we'll go ahead and go to him. Okay.
All right.
Their microphone is not working.
All that money y'all have and y'all can't get the microphone to work?
Somebody tell them their microphone is not working.
Huh. Interesting.
Let me send a text to somebody.
Yeah, you might want to get that.
John Carroll, I know. John Carroll says can't hear Wes. Yeah, John, we know. I've just sent a text to someone to tell them that the live streaming microphone is just not working.
Huh. Interesting.
We know the sound is working because we can hear the audience. Abby Pearson's trying to be funny. New state of the art equipment. That was funny.
Yeah, all that money Lowndes has poured in. You think they get their sound right? Look, I'm not gonna do nothing else. I've already had to fight off puppies. I don't need to fight off Vikings too.
Chris Pace is like a Coffee's tower signal at Jardine Stadium. Can't hear him. That's funny. Listen, guys, I have to admit, this is why I wanted to do the live streaming myself. I'll just brag about that. I know what I'm doing when it comes to live streaming.
Hey, can y'all go send him to the hair doctor?
All right, guys, we will cut away from that because we just hear audience noise.
Wow.
Whoa, what's that?
Zach, I can't hear you, Zach.
So let me. All right, so let me just bring it back here, and so can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure y'all can hear me, right? So Kyle Conger, smart aleck, Colquitt County fan. He says, "Do y'all need to borrow Colquitt County's microphone?"
They might as well. I mean, y'all going after Rush Probst's assistants.
Yeah, I was just checking to make sure we can't. I'll check every once in a while to see if we can hear him. We hear him a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. Can y'all hear Zach now? All right, so let me try this again, guys. I'm being told their microphone is up now. So let me see if
But you having technical issues?
yeah.
We talk about want to know. We were winning every single thing that we can do. I love to compete. I hate losing. My biggest weakness is I've lost. It hurt. You can ask my wife and my kids. We lose.
Okay, so
You will not see me. They
can
will
y'all
not
hear
see
him
me.
now?
I talk about home. I'm not
Yes.
very happy with them.
Okay, good.
Excuse me. Very nice to them because of what we did. So want to know everything we do. You wake up, you win. You brush your teeth, you win. You have a test, you win. You do every single thing that you can possibly do, and then that is going to lead itself into success on Friday nights. Our goals are always to win football games. I've told everybody I've been a part of at any point in our career. You brush your teeth, you can have the best kids in America, but if you don't win ball games, you're not going to have a very big chance of using the platform that we're given to go and push young men. Our purpose is to change lives while we're doing this. So we're going to have awesome guys around our team. We're going to have unbelievable men in first class, top notch. We've got unbelievable support. The way that Lowndes has run, just even in the small time that I've been a part of this community, understanding how Lowndes runs things, we're going to be the best because we have that opportunity. There are going to be no excuses as far as resources or anything that we may need to have to put the best product on that field and make everybody a part of this community proud. So without further ado, be the best. I was told that I could take some questions, or if anybody has any questions. Again, I appreciate all of you. I'm very blessed and humbled to be here. I can't wait to get our family and everybody involved. And I promise you, this is the best opportunity that we've ever had. And excited to be here. Take some questions, or if anybody has any questions. Anybody got questions? I appreciate all of you. Wide open. Blessed and humbled to be here. I can't wait to get our family and everybody involved. Sir.
I want to ask you about, I'm sure you know about it over here, it's really important. I think over in Thomas County, beating the Yellow Jackets was really important. I want to make sure they told you who you need to beat over here.
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, all right, so this is where it puts us in a little bit of a quandary. So I was telling, okay, see who can answer this. Who do we hate? I don't know if you heard that, but that was something that was indoctrinated. We used to hate the Yellow Jackets. The only one that we could like, we got a young man playing at Georgia Tech by the name of Charlie Thomas. That was the only Yellow Jacket we could like. I don't know if you heard that. That was all right. That was indoctrinated. That's the hate the Yellow for right now. Anybody else? All right, well, again, thank you very much for this opportunity. We'll be rock and rolling. These players are out here. I will catch you first thing in the morning, coach and staff. I appreciate y'all being here. I'm excited to get to work with y'all. I appreciate you very much. And then again, administration, school board members, thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you very much for this. Thank you. Players are out here.
This group.
Oh, great question. All right, so I was born in West Palm Beach. It can be a long story. I'll keep it quick. Born in West Palm Beach, lived there until I was 10, moved up to Indiana. Both of my parents were from, one from South Bend, one from Fort Wayne. So we went up next to their parents. I went to the school at the University of Evansville, in Southern Indiana, West Palm places. I was a baseball player there. Hated cold weather. Real long story short, worked at Richmond Hill in Savannah for 3 years. That was 06 to 09. So I have a little bit of idea with our new region of Thomasville. I was there with just 3A schools, so it's blown up. I met my wife there. She's fantastic. She's from South Georgia. I was from Dixie, right on 84. Y'all seen Ag Pro right across the street. That's her whole family right down there. Side of the Jones. But we were there for 3 years, moved down to Moultrie as a baseball coach. So I have a little bit of relationship with Coach Redshaw. I grew up as a baseball guy, worked as a 9th grade coach, with Coppell County for 1 year, and then moved my way up. At the end of those 6 years, from 09 to 14, was able to achieve the highest goal in 6A, 7A football, the highest classification at point, set state scoring record, all that type of deal. We thought that we had made it, so I took a 10-month hiatus in North Georgia and went to LJ, Gilmer High School. I got my rear end back down south as fast as I could to where football is important and these kids are a little more hungry. So spent about 10 months at Gilmer and then these past 6 years at Thomasville. So I do have, I guess, a master's. I'm a math teacher. I used to be. But I was a math teacher my first 7 years of my career. I got my degree in math from the University of Evansville. I got a master's in kinesiology from Georgia Southern and educational leadership specialist from Georgia Southern. I guess a master's. I'm a math teacher. I used to be. But I was a math teacher my first 7 years. Yes, sir. I got my degree in math from the University of Evansville. I got a master's in kinesiology. As far as getting our kids recruited out or getting the kids to come to school? Absolutely. So we will dive into every part of that. Now, I'm a big fan. Again, we'll do all the tapes, and I'm a huge proponent of, as far as we do everything we can to put you out there, but we will never lie, good or bad. So if the kid's able to do what he's able to do, and be on time at everything, and that guy that you can count on, and provide great tape, and those guys that are easily recruited, when we were able to put them out there, we will have it. I've handled the recruiting everywhere I've been as far as being in contact with liaison, and we'll have the sheets that we send out to all the coaches when they come through. Not only coaches that do come through, but also the coaches that we don't see.
Your mic's muted.
Let me unmute all the mics. Cole, you need to unmute your mic, Cole. So I just had to make the command decision, guys, to just to stop that video because that echo coming from their broadcast was so bad. So y'all probably heard it as well. So Jody Hewitt, y'all can probably hear me now, right? Yes, I forgot to unmute my mic a while ago, but Justin, y'all can hear me now, right?
Yeah, I got you loud.
I got you. No, Michael Jarvis, the sound system doesn't stink. It's brand new, and some of the kinks have to probably be worked out of it. So I sent a text to Danny Redshaw, and he, the sound immediately got a little bit better. It just sounds like they just don't have all the kinks worked out. But we're here, guys. We're not here to talk about the sound system in the new auditorium, right? Let's talk about Zach Grage. So, Justin, before you got a chance to join us tonight, Cole was asking me the question, what happened to all these state championship types of requirements and things like that? Cole, do you remember asking me that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I'm going to answer your question. Where did you hear that from? Where did you hear that was a requirement?
Not for this year. Last year, or the last time y'all done a hiring.
Well, you're asking me about this hire,
yes.
Right? Okay. So I'm gonna, you asked me this the other night, you and George, and I'm gonna remind you guys what was said at the time. Do you remember the press release that I read off to you?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to share this on the screen, guys, so you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. So when I defend my position to Cole and to Justin, you guys will know exactly where I'm coming from. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. So where was it? Shoot, I lost it. So here it is right here. Okay, so okay.
Barbecue plates. That's where y'all stole Zach from.
Zach, all right, so here it is.
Here, eating at Sonny's every Friday.
Here was the press release from Lowndes County Schools, and this was basically Wes Taylor's press release. Okay. He says, in the wake of Coach Jamie DeBose's resignation, blah, blah, blah. Then in the next paragraph, he says, this is the criteria. The criteria for selecting the next coach will be simple. a proven winner with character and integrity. Football is an important part of our Lowndes County community, and the search will seek a candidate who desires to be a part of our Friday Night Lights and winning tradition. The search will look for a strong disciplinarian with great interpersonal and communication skills who puts the total needs of the student athletes first. Blah, blah, blah. The job has been posted on the website.
Well, hold on.
Then
Hold
half
on,
of that
what
was untrue.
Wait, come on, man. Let's be serious.
hold
What do
on.
you mean half of it was untrue?
Hey,
What part was untrue? Is
what-
Zach Grage not a disciplinarian? Is he not a good with interpersonal communication skills?
But well, you can answer that one first. But what was the criteria when Jamie DeBose was hired?
Jamie DuBose was hired specifically what you said earlier, a coach with multiple state championships.
Okay, so what I'm getting at, I know what the criteria was this year, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to even, you don't have to defend that. What
Yeah.
I want you to defend it is, has the bar dropped at Lowndes for
No.
that not to even be part of the criteria?
No, the bar has not dropped at Lowndes.
Okay.
So listen, I think
I'm just asking because Jamie DeBose got hired. He was part of the candidates with multiple state championships, right?
let me ask you, when was the jobs? I'm not here to defend West Taylor or anything like that. I'm talking about real world. When was Jamie DuBose hired at Lowndes? When did the search begin for Jamie DuBose at that time? Do you remember that? Randy, let me take you back to the future. Randy McPherson had just announced his retirement after the state championship game.
Correct.
And so West Taylor starts the search immediately in December. He
Okay.
makes the announcement in early January of Jamie DuBose,
Correct.
right? And so when you now start, for whatever reason, I'm not going to put the blame on Jamie DuBose because everyone knows the situation. But when Jamie DuBose resigns at the end of March 31st, 30th, something like that. Cole, it's March. We said at the time it's going to be very difficult to find who you want because people. I remember Justin, I think, was on this, and we were talking about this very thing. Maybe it was a phone call I talked. I can't remember who I talked to about this very thing.
Well,
So I don't think it's a matter of lowering your standards. I think it's a matter of, that's why I think the criteria changed for West. This is my personal opinion. I haven't talked to him.
I get that, but Lowndes is the type of job in the state. I'm not going to say it's the best job in the state, but I will give you top 5 in the state, job wise.
Right.
Lowndes is the type of job you don't have to call.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in administration at Lowndes, you don't have to go calling. They'll
right.
call you. Okay. I don't care if it's December, January, April, May. That's a top tier job. You have everything you can want. There's talent there, great facilities. Y'all have it. Correct me if I'm wrong. A new indoor practice facility being built.
Okay, let's take the candidates one by one that we were talking about. The hot name, and let me address a couple of Lowndes fans. Jody Hewitt, Josh Garnto. Listen, tonight's show is the PreGame Blitz, so it's basically a non-Lowndes show. So these guys are going to put me on the hot seat, and we're going to banter back and forth. Now, the Thursday night show is the Lowndes show where we're going to have a good time and party, like it's 1999.
Yeah. It's more family friendly on Thursday nights.
That's exactly right. So tonight is just a virtual bare knuckle brawl. I'm just going to give you guys that disclaimer up front, right?
So, and I'm going to say this: Zach Grage has done an excellent job at Thomasville. I'm not taking anything away from him. 3 region championships in 6 years. He was a state runner-up this past year. He's done a phenomenal job at Thomasville. He took over a team that was 1-9.
Yep.
When he took over, all that is good, but
it sounds like your biggest beef with him, Cole, is he doesn't have state championships under his belt as a head
Okay,
coach. Is that your only concern?
Yeah, it's a big concern when you go somewhere like Lowndes, when I've heard some Lowndes fans say the last couple of years that, we've had some issues in these spots, but they were a quarterfinal team. They were a semifinal team.
Sure.
This is a program, and Zach Grage has not faced pressure. He come into Thomasville and he exceeded expectations. Let's just be honest. He exceeded expectations. You're going to have pressure when you walk into that door. See, this is the honeymoon stage right now. Oh, it's all good. When region play happens, when the money games, and when the rubber meets the road, and you play the Colquitt counties and you play the Valdostas, that's when. And Lowndes, it like this, LG. I was thinking about this before I come on. I'm going to use this as an example.
Okay.
If I have a Ferrari and I got a 16-year-old brother, am I going to give my keys to the Ferrari to a 16-year-old knucklehead and trust him he's going to take care of that Ferrari? I'm going to leave you. I'm going to let you talk now because I don't think Zach Grage is the guy that you can trust with the keys to a Ferrari.
Well, first of all, it's very refreshing for a non-Lowndes guy to call Lowndes a Ferrari. That's fantastic. So I think that's win number one.
Ferrari's
look, I hate Lowndes. I'll be the first to say it. I don't like them.
Listen, Cole, let's be real for a second. Sometimes coaches with multiple state titles just don't quite work out the way they expected, like Noel Dean up in Tift County.
That's true. That's very true.
I'm just saying, sometimes state championships aren't the end all be all.
Yeah, but there's a difference when you're taking over a depleted Tift County program in a program that's already established like Lowndes. Well, Jamie DeBose was not worried about when he got to Lowndes, worrying about, we're going to make us a state perennial. No, Jamie DeBose was trying to make a national brand for that Lowndes County football program.
And what has changed with Zach Grage in that scenario?
No, I mean, nothing, but Tucker Pruitt might have other things to say about Zach Grage if you're considering him a national perennial head coach, because my opinion is Zach Grage gets that rush factor, so to speak, of being an assistant under Colquitt County, under Rush Probst. And look, let's be honest. Rush Probst coached that offense. Let's just be real. We know that. And also, I will say this. If he brings that offense and he doesn't change that offense he ran in Thomasville and comes to the big boy level, he's going to find out very fast. If he brings that Noel Dean type offense to 7A, he's going to find out very fast.
Well, guys, I don't know what I can say to convince you. It sounds like you have a preconceived notion of Zach Grage. Before he's even coached or blown one whistle inside Martin Stadium.
Here's the thing. All right, so everybody, if anybody ever listened to this show, understands what happened with me in Thomasville last year.
Yeah.
Take that aside. All right, you talk about his record. Yes, he took over Thomasville. Wasn't hard to exceed expectations with that team. Not only that, players were leaving TCC as it was anyway. So
correct.
He was taking. You got to think he was in AA and had 6A numbers that he could choose from. So you already factor that in. He's got 6A numbers at a AA school that he can choose from because kids didn't want to be at TCC.
Wait a minute. When he took over that program, do you guys recall Leroy Riles? He ran that Thomasville program into the dirt, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but when Leroy Riles left, the participation numbers in Thomasville, a football program, was dismal.
But that's what I'm saying. He got them back and got the kids.
That's exactly
TCC.
my point. He's got this charismatic way about him that he's able to convince players to come out and play for him.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
but what did he do after he did that? All right, technically he won 3 region titles. This year I don't count because I said I was at the game, I watched it. Tucker did not run half of his plays. He didn't do anything because the 2 seed would have been better. He got the 2 seed, met him back in the championship, and absolutely destroyed Zach in every possible aspect of the game, facet of the game. I mean, Zach had no clue what was going on, and it started. My issue with him is his ego and his attitude. Now,
guys, it was a 21-7 game.
Oh, they were dominated. Did you watch it though? They were dominated. They were dominated from end to end. They were never in the game as soon as the toe touched the leather. Never.
Do realize, LG, that ball game was 14-0 before we could blink an eye, and Thomasville could not move the ball.
And they were at 14-0 against a single wing offense. There went nothing crazy, nothing fancy. It's like, hey, we're fixing to line up and smash you, and that's all it was. And they had no defensive answer. No defensive adjustment. The offense is a single A offense. It is a read option offense with a dump pass to somebody or a one route, wheel route. That's it. There's nothing complicated about the offense. There's nothing.
Okay, so wait.
So
outside of that one, it sounds like you're basing your opinion on that one game.
No, not at all.
And it was a 14-point game. They spotted them 14 points to begin the game with, and then the rest of the way, it was still a 21-7 game.
Sure.
And you just got to remember. The 3 weeks before, or the 4 weeks before, they blitzed Washington County 42-7. They beat up Heard County 42-16. They dominated Rabun County, which what they were not expected to do when Gunnar Stockton was an all-world 5-star quarterback headed to the University of Georgia. They shut the guy down, beat him up bad, 49-24. Then they destroy Callaway, which Callaway was another favored team. They whipped those guys 31-6. And they just ran out of gas in the state title game and got beat 21-7.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This is where I completely disagree because his offense is the same. That's what he knows. That's what he learned under the Rush era. That's what he learned everything. It's a simple offense. So a halfway decent defensive coordinator with good players, which you're going to run into nonstop in 7A, is going to shut that down. There is absolutely nothing to it. I mean, and I don't mean to be mean. You're getting a worse offense than what you saw last year from you guys. You're getting a more simplified game plan. You're going to have a glorified running back at quarterback to do the read option, and you're going to have one route. You're going to have one route after that, and every now and then, let's throw it deep. There's nothing to it.
This is amazing. It really is.
I'm saying if I'm a defensive coordinator and I got you got to go up against Colquitt. You got to go up against, shoot, Tifton. I bet you I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. Lowndes County won't score more than 21 points on Tifton this year because of the offense. They're not going to score more than 21 points against Colquitt. Offense. It is a simplified, dumbed-down offense. Here's my example, and I'm going to use this because it's what I've harped on with this other guy. You're taking an Ashley Henderson of AA and putting him in 7A. That's it. That's exactly what you're basing his glory off of some stuff he did in AA, throwing him all the way up 5 classifications, and then saying, "Hey, here you go," because you did decent in AA.
That's been my issue. Is everybody's talked about Ashley Henderson? He wasn't ready. But here we go again. Now Zach should do phenomenal. I'm going to tell you why. Lowndes has support. They have a great home field advantage. They have everything they need. They have athletes. Lowndes should finish no worse than second in the region.
Yeah, so Tierra Battle has a very interesting question. She said, is Justin Kyle Haley saying this because he was banned from Thomasville?
Not at all.
Justin, do you have some personal issues with Grage and Thomasville?
Oh, trust me, I don't like the guy. I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw him because I got screenshots. I've got everything else on my phone. So I'm not that. Yeah, but aside from that, go watch an offensive game plan. Go watch an offense. Go watch a game of Thomasville's last year on film. It is a read option offense with a non-true QB at QB. That if you pull the ball, you either run it or you got one route to throw it to, and that's right. It. There's nothing that is, you better, if he runs that offense, you're doomed from the get go. It's a
Listen,
dumber.
man,
It's a dumber
if he comes out and runs 2 different routes, you're automatically wrong. I'm just saying.
No, I mean there's more kids running the route, but of course you got the quarterback in high school he's gonna pick. There's this primary route, and there's not many. How many high school QBs go through a first and second and third progression? Those are the rare QBs. I mean, I understand that, but you've got that primary route, and if he ain't there, you got a glorified running back take off and make something happen. I mean, that's right. That's the offense.
Well, you very well could be right. I have no idea. I'm not a studier. I haven't looked in detail. Now, I have watched some Thomasville film over the last couple of days, and it looked like a pretty good offense to me. It looked like a Rush Probst pro-style spread offense to me.
Okay.
Is that not the case?
Go back. After I said what I said, go back and watch some of the same film and then see if it doesn't translate into what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, listen. Well, time will tell. Time will tell. I will make this point, and then we'll move on. Listen, when Zach Grage got to Thomasville was 1-9, had terrible participation numbers. He immediately turned them into a 5-5 program in the first year. Now, the first year in 2016, he had what? He had losses to 3. I mean, they were a AA school at the time. He had losses to 3A Cairo, lost 23-12. Had a loss to 4A TCC at the time, 16-14. Had a loss of 3A Cook, but still, those were non-region games, and still made it to 4-1 in the region in his first year with a 5-5 overall record. In 2017, the dude goes 12-1, something like that. Goes 4-0 in the region title. Losses, went undefeated during the regular season, and he lost to Heard County in the quarterfinals. And then 2018, guys. 2018 was probably his worst year. He goes 7-5, but listen to who he lost to. He's not afraid to play these guys. He lost to 7A Colquitt County, 3A Crisp County, and Crisp County was a very good team. He lost to Brooks County, and we all recognize how good Maurice Freeman is over there. He lost to Fitzgerald. He lost to Dublin. He goes 2-2 in the region, and that was his worst year. And then we all know what he did last year. He ran the table with the loss except to Oconee County, and then made it to the state championship game and really ran a blitzkrieg over the first 4 playoff games.
Sure.
So I'm taking my chances. I like the hire because regardless of what you say, Justin, I think he is an offensively minded guy. I really do. I like the hire. It's basically rocking the boat. I love the way Wes Taylor is thinking here. He's doing something uncommon in getting outside of our typical quote unquote comfort zone. And is he rolling the dice with Zach Grage? Absolutely. Absolutely. But he must have seen, because I trust Wes Taylor. He's a very, very good judge of character. And I gave you the criteria that he was looking for, and he's apparently saw it in Zach Grage.
Well, let me make two points. And
okay.
The second one question. All right. So the first point is, I know I compared him to Ashley Henderson, but I got a better comparison.
Okay. Oh boy. All
right. Jason Strickland came to Fitzgerald and went to back-to-back championship games, and he lost both of those championship games, and then immediately pretty much goes to 5A at Ware County. He runs a more complicated offense, a more complicated defense. What has he done at Ware County? How many region championships? How many state championships? You know, when it crunch time, he kind of folds sometimes. I'm just being honest. You know, you don't run a QB sneak on third or second, whatever it was. You just do that. So look at what he's doing, and he had more success in his short stint at AA level just because of, yes, maybe Fisher's program always has been a powerhouse in AA.
Hey, we got a caller that probably wants to challenge you guys. Hold on one second. Hey, caller, welcome to the pregame blitz. What's on your mind?
Hey, Larry.
Tim Neesmith, how are you, man?
Tim Neesmith. What's going on?
Listen, we're just hanging out on a Tuesday night, talking a little bit about high school football and this amazing hire by Lowndes in picking up Zach Grage as their new head coach.
Well, I'm getting messages and phone calls that this is the Tuesday night Bash Lowndes night.
That's what it sounds like, right?
That's all I've heard is dang Justin Haley and Cole bashing Lowndes.
Listen, I think it might be safe to say that Justin might be banned from Lowndes County as well.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
him
Justin.
and Strickland.
Well, I have nothing bad to say about Lowndes. It's more towards Zach.
Yeah, same here.
Hey, Neesmith, let's interject some positivity, some Lowndes positivity. Oh, Stickman, do you like the hire?
I did. Let me say this. I had my rejections, I guess, when I heard the rumor.
Yeah.
But then after talking to some friends last night from Thomasville, whose son plays on the team, and they're friends with the Grages, and then after hearing what I just heard in person, I'm leaving the Performing Arts Center right now. I like everything you had to say.
Yeah.
You know, now, is he selling a Cadillac and driving a Volkswagen? Time will tell.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
That's I don't know, but what I just seen. But you know, I was sold on Jamie too. I thought we had a hire that Jamie was going to be here for a long time.
That's right.
And right now, I'm going in with what he's preaching and saying. He's all in, and he said it's a destination job. I don't know. My wife said she tried to watch it on your cast and said there was no sound, so I don't know how much y'all got to hear. But
yeah, there was some sound issues that was coming from their live stream, and so I sent a text to Danny Redshaw, and it got a little bit better, but there was a terrible echo.
Yeah, I mean, time will tell, guys. I like what he had to say in person, but also I value some friends' opinion who's friends with them. Their son plays for them, and they said we got a great coach, and his wife is 100% in, very involved through and through.
Oh yeah.
So now, well, does that translate to wins on the field? We'll see. You know,
time will tell, right, Stickman?
Time will tell. I bet we'll beat Tifton and Westfield. Well, I bet that.
Listen, regardless of what Justin and Cole says tonight, listen. If you're a Lowndes fan, and I think the majority of Lowndes fans probably fit into this boat. Stickman, would you agree with me that the majority of Lowndes fans are probably cautiously optimistic tonight?
I would say so, yes. Yes, I would say so.
I think Lowndes fans are approaching this with an open mind. They are kind of confused. I'll be honest with you. They probably do agree with Cole to some extent when he first said that they thought that the public thought that West Taylor was looking for someone with multiple state championships. That was the word around town. Let's be honest about it. And they were probably confused when word started leaking out that it was Zach Grage. But I think the majority of Lowndes fans trust their superintendent. And West Taylor has never let us down before. I trust his judgment. He's picked Zach Grage. And I think most of us are going into this deal with an open mind, hoping for the best. So that's
I agree, and I tell you, one of the same analogies I use, and to me, and I think he always knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
But I always second guess him, and then I regret doing it. Is Herb Reinhardt at BSU? Herb Reinhardt can go hire Donald Duck, and he's knocking it out of the park. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I mean,
right.
You think back, Thomas Macera, you know, go back to the one hire, which it wasn't his fault, was Mike Kelly. That was a bad hire for VSU, Mike
That's
Kelly. Right. But everybody else, Herb Reinhardt has been A+ hire.
Absolutely.
And every one of those coaches have went on to bigger and better things after using VSU. And it not just in football.
That's right.
You know, our basketball, the head basketball coach, the girls basketball coach. I mean, Reinhardt has done a very good job, and I think West Taylor has too. everything Wes has done has been up and above and beyond.
That's right.
But I just had to call and enter trying. My wife just called me mad as a damn set fire hen. I'm trying to get home before she heads to Tifton and jumps on Cole. I don't know what Cole been saying.
Listen, we got another caller. We got another caller coming in. So let me let you go, Steak.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Hey, caller, welcome to the pregame blitz. What's on your mind? Caller, are you there? Hello, caller. We might have missed him. So caller, call right back because Stickman kept us on the line a little too long.
Let me ask the question. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Hey, caller, welcome to the pregame blitz. What's on your mind?
LG, I got a question for the two Lowndes haters you seem to have on there. And
well, to be fair, what's your name, caller?
This is Joshua Garnto.
Hey, Josh, go ahead and ask your question to the two Lowndes haters.
My question is, when it comes to Zach Grage, do you think he ran his offense that way in Thomasville because he did not have the talent or the personnel to run his offense like he wanted to?
Well,
having watched them multiple times, no, he had the athletes to run whatever offense he wanted to run.
Yeah, people, it's hard to believe, but Thomasville's running out 120, 130 kids. They have the talent. It's going to be interesting. Like, I'm one that it's going to be interesting to watch and see how he handles all that talent. I think Lowndes definitely has more talent than Thomasville does, but it's going to be interesting. He's got the talent. He's got the support around him at Lowndes. I think it's a top 5 job in the state. So, and like I said earlier, Lowndes should finish no worse than second every year.
Hey, Josh Garnto, I got something on screen. I don't know if you can see this, but my buddy Alexander Kane. He says Alexander Kane's a big Fitzgerald fan. He says he's ready for Fitzgerald versus Lowndes 2023. We know how to stop that offense. Ha ha.
Yeah, but that concrete curtain ain't nothing to mess with.
That's right. Hey, we're looking for the return of the concrete curtain, right, Josh?
No, I'm looking for the return of the 4 horsemen.
I hear you, man. The 4 horsemen of the concrete palace. I love it.
I want another Thomas Davis and that defensive front.
That's right. That's right. Hey, listen, Josh, do you normally go to the spring game? Because the spring game this year and the fall scrimmage are both supposed to be against Tift County this year. That's going to be interesting, Cole.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I will definitely be there for that one. That should be interesting.
Cole, did you say you don't know if you're going to make that one or not?
Yeah, I got a baby girl.
Listen, I don't want to hear any excuses, man. After what you said tonight.
Man, listen, Cole. Cole, I got 4 kids, and I still go. And my wife is a night shift nurse, and I still go to the Lowndes games. Take all my kids.
Hey, look, my wife graduated from Central, so what's the old saying? Happy wife, happy life.
And I think now we are discovering, because there is a Thomas County Central logo that is on Cole's avatar tonight, and now he reveals that his family has yellow jacket blood in their veins. And now I know why I think that he hates Zach Grage and the Thomasville Bulldogs.
Well, TCC is not Ashley Henderson's fault, and their lackluster performance is really not Ashley Henderson's fault. It's more because the TCC program is about 10 years behind everybody else.
That's right.
You're correct. You're 100% correct. I mean, I don't even know. Look, me and you need to have a private conversation. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff that I would be able to tell you.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Joshua, we'll give you the last word on your call before we got to cut you loose, man. So thumbs up or thumbs down from you, Joshua, on this Zach Grage call. Zach Grage hire.
I'm gonna say it like this. We didn't have to make a deal with the devil, so I'll take it as a win, and you take that for what it is.
Well, you just made a deal with the devil's son. I mean, if we're talking
Yep.
about Rush, we're talking about Rush.
Well,
Probst
you know, I mean, you know, you got to kind of watch the Lucifer show if you want to go that route.
Oh Lord. Let's just listen. We've had a couple of guys bash Zach Grage and Lowndes tonight. Now we're talking about the dark side of the force, and it's like, oh,
we all
Lord.
headed down the wrong path.
We're going down the wrong path, guys.
All right, man. LG, y'all have a great night. Lowndes will be back on top and winning state titles.
Absolutely. Thanks for your call, Josh. Thanks for being a great fan.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey, caller, welcome to the pregame blitz. What's on your mind? Hello, caller. Man,
turn your radio down.
Yeah, so I may have missed up. I may have picked up a little too late. There he is, right there. Well, this is a different caller, man. The phones are hopping tonight, guys.
It's all because of Cole.
Welcome to the pregame blitz, caller. What's on your mind?
LG, Justin Kyle Haley and Cole Moore. This is the Fresh Prince, Daryl Britt.
Daryl Britt, talking about the dark side. How is it on Wildcat Central over there, Fresh Prince?
Listen. It is a brand new day at Wildcat Central, especially now that Zach Grage has crossed over to the dark side over there. But listen, I'm with Cole Moore. I'm with Cole Moore.
Daryl. Let me stop you 1 second and remind you that you are a Lowndes fan.
No, I'm not.
Remember, you pledged your allegiance to Lowndes one day for 24 hours. So once a Viking, always a Viking. Now go ahead with your question.
No, he was going through a midlife crisis.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. I was going through something, but I got it fixed out. I got converted. Okay, I've converted back. I've rededicated my life.
Oh boy. All right, enough with the filibuster. What's your question?
So my question to you all, because I've heard all the talk. So, but LG, you have not said. I haven't heard you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Oh, I thought I have. Cole and Justin, do you think I like the hire or not?
No, well, this goes along with my question that I've been trying to slip in. So here's your answer. This will answer both.
Okay.
Honest question, and I can look. If you say anything different, you're telling the story, and we all know it. Out of 100 plus applications, can you sit there with a straight face and tell me there weren't at least 10 better coaches you could have hired?
He was not my top choice.
Boom.
Okay, thank you. There you go.
But
then that's
my
it.
top choice may not have applied. He may have turned down the job.
But I'm saying out of all the applicants, was there at least 10 better coaches that turned in a resume? Out of 100 or something y'all got flooded with, there was at least 10 better options you could have gone with.
I will answer your question this way. When I did this show a week ago, 2 weeks, I can't remember when the announcement was made, and I released that poll on the pregame blitz, I included Zach Grage in my top 5. I can go back and show you how I did that I actually did that. So when you ask me, are there 10 better coaches? I don't know all the applicants that applied, but personally, when I laid out my top 5 picks, Tucker Pruitt was one, Zach Grage was one, Marquise Westbrook was one, Mark Freeman was one, and Matt DeBuck was one.
Just
what
be a
about
politician.
Armstrong person that they kept talking about?
Say that again. Say that again.
What was that? What about this Armstrong that they kept talking about?
Okay, so Rob Armstrong, Daryl, is a former Lowndes offensive coordinator back in the Randy McPherson early days of the championship run back in, 04, 05, 07, 08, something, not 08, but 07, something like that. He was the offensive coordinator one of the offensive coordinators, and he left for greener pastures. He wanted to be a head coach, that kind of stuff. And so there was some talk among some diehard old school Lowndes guys that loved the wing T that wanted Rob Armstrong to come back and re-implement the wing T at Lowndes. That's who Rob Armstrong is.
Well, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Fresh Prince, I'll give you the last word. We got to cut you loose.
Okay. Well, the Wintersville Classic is going to be really interesting this year.
Yep.
That's all
Go
I'm gonna
Valdosta.
say. And I will be at the Lowndes County, Tift County scrimmage.
Absolutely, man. Hey, bring some money because we need some green to pay Mr. Grage.
Yeah, but I'm sitting on the Tift County side. I just want to see the look.
Listen, man, you are going to be sitting on the Lowndes side this year because our visitor side is under construction. So everybody is sitting on the Lowndes side this year.
I'll have a pole sitting there.
Hey, we got another caller, Daryl. So let me let you go.
Okay. Well, I'm sitting with Justin Kyle Haley. So
thank you.
Hey, caller, welcome to the pregame blitz. What's on your mind? Dustin. This dang phone system, man. I don't know what's up, guys. So I'm not quick enough to press the accept button. So anyway, Dustin, if you're listening, go ahead and call back. Oh, there he is right there. Hey, caller, welcome to the pregame blitz. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I just want to know if Tift County should have hired a veer coach to run a veer offense, or if we should have hired the Callaway coach after they smoked Fitzgerald in the 2020 state championship.
There you go, guys.
Fitzgerald won the 2021 championship. Look,
I think he was talking about 2020. I think.
Well, we're just talking about the hires here, buddy.
So anyway, they're good questions. They really are. Listen, some coaches have bad games. We saw even if you're a Colquitt fan and you're watching this tonight, even you would have to agree. Mike Jarvis, you'd have to agree that even the best coaches have bad days. Do y'all remember Rush Probst losing a state championship because he had like 3 delay of game penalties in a row at the end of the game? It happens to the best coaches out there, right? And so that may be what happened against Fitzgerald. But again, it was a 21-7 game, so I don't put that much stock in that game. So, guys, we're talking tonight about the Zach Grage hire at Lowndes High School, and I was hoping that we could get a better feed with that press conference tonight. But it is what it is. So, I hope that you've been entertained by tonight's show. Guys, do you think Lowndes? Do you think? Let me ask you this way: how far do you think Lowndes goes in the playoffs if they make the playoffs this year? Hey, caller, hold on 1 second. Guys, you want to answer that question?
Second round.
Second round. Okay, Cole, what do you think?
How y'all doing?
Hey, caller, welcome to the pregame blitz. What's on your mind?
Hey, LG, how y'all guys doing? All right.
I'm good, man. Who is this that we're talking to?
Man, Brian Sandlin, man.
Hey, Brian, the Sandman. What's on your mind, dude?
What's going on? Man, did Maurice Freeman apply? The Hammer?
I don't know. I don't know all the specific names. Now those kind of details will probably start to leak out in the next week or two. And so when they do, I'll bring that information to you, but I don't know for sure.
What type of offense is he going to run? He's going to run the daggone wing T.
Who? Zach Grage?
Yeah.
Zach Grage is not going to run the wing T at Lowndes High School. Are you out of your mind?
Oh, thank Lord. Man, I just searched up what I could find on him on Google, and he's at a wing T professional camp or something. I'm like, oh Lord, here comes the wing T again. Okay, so during the off season, some of these coaches go to clinics as well, and there's some of these clinics are called the Wing T and Spread Clinic of the Southeast, or the Wing T. It doesn't mean that every coach that goes there runs the Wing T. They go and learn bits and pieces of different offenses. And that particular year, I think Zach Grage was actually teaching. He was one of the coaching instructors at that particular clinic, because I read the same article that you're referring to. Okay, it scared me. That scared me reading that article. I was like, oh Lord. It's out of date offense, if you ask me.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Brian Sandlin, Sharon Hemp says that Maurice Freeman chimed in on Phil's show earlier today and said the hammer stays in Brooks. So that indicates that he probably did not apply.
Okay, cool. No, but his record isn't all that impressive. I mean, he hadn't been a head coach. I mean, it's really not that. Didn't blow me away looking at Coach Grage's record, but give the man a chance. But if nothing else, we got to hire that head coach, football coach Barry and Scott. He's a class. I like Coach Allie good. Me and him is tight, man. And he's a true plowboy. I wish we could have got him.
I hear you, man. Hey, Brian, thanks for your call and being a great fan, man.
All right, buddy.
Have a good night. Man, we got all kinds of opinions across the board tonight, guys. So Mike Jarvis says, if you make it in, he will get you to the championship, but he won't beat Buford. You might be right. You never know.
Nobody's beat Buford.
Hey, caller, welcome to the pregame blitz. What's on your mind?
Hey, this is Will Palmer, the Thomasville fan.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Cole Moore in this corner and Will Palmer in this corner. Go, Will. Take him to town.
I don't even want to deal with him. I just wanted to give a step to the Viking. This has been a really hard pill to swallow. Thomasville.
Hey, Will, let me stop you right there and talk to our Viking Nation fans. Guys, Will Palmer is a hardcore Thomasville Bulldog fan, and he's calling tonight. I have no idea what he's about to say, but it sounds like he wants to address Viking Nation. So, Will, you got the floor, man. What's on your mind?
Okay, so what I want to say is it's a hard pill to swallow for Thomasville fans. We spent a long time just playing from behind, especially against our crosstown rival, Thomas County, obviously. I dealt with it when I played in high school. It was, kind of bittersweet. I feel really good for Zach Grage just because of how great of a coach he was for our community. So what you guys are getting is a competitor. This guy will fight for the kids. He will hassle the referees. To the point where you're on the edge of your seat, like thinking you're about to get a 15-yard penalty and an ejection.
So he likes to work the referees.
Oh yeah, he is just like Rush when it comes to working the referees. But outside of everything else you're going to hear from, and this is my take on it, it's the Thomasville. Obviously, there's a lot of people that do not like Thomasville. We have a rowdy group of fans, a lot like Colquitt County. If you've been to a Colquitt County game, Thomasville is a lot like it. Our fans let the other team hear it, sometimes a little overboard. But I think a lot of it's hate for the Thomasville program, and then obviously Zach Grage coming from the Rush Pro coaching tree.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, you're getting a great coach. Your nutrition program is going to be, just top of the line. With the amount of students that you guys have and the success that your program already has, he's not coming in to rebuild a program. I personally feel like he's going to come in and have you where you want to be within like 2 or 3 years.
Absolutely. Now, Will, I will say this that about the Lowndes fan base that may differ from the Thomasville fan base. I think it might be a good idea if Zach Grage refrains from using the name Rush Propst on the Lowndes campus.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, I would say that he really, I recall him bringing up Rush at Thomasville in the 6 years. It was only when other people asked him about it, obviously.
I got you.
Because that's the topic coming in. He's like, oh, yeah, this guy came from, Colquitt, So, but I think Grage set up a lot of his own ways at Thomasville. He obviously had a head coaching job, I think, at one other school before he came over, but I think he gained a lot of experience for a AA school. We played in a lot of really big rivalry games, and 80% of those games we came out on top, and we couldn't say that before Grage came in. So I honestly think you guys hit it out of the park, in my opinion, coming from a Thomasville fan.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, listen, I think I agree with you.
what am I talking about? I do agree with you. I think we got a really, really good hire at this late stage in the game. And I think Zach Grage is going to do some really, really good things at Lowndes High School before it's all said and done.
Oh, yeah.
So, Will, listen, as always, thank you for the call, and I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
See you, man. Have a good night.
Have a
All right, guys, let's go ahead and start winding this thing down because we've had some fun tonight, right? And I think people are starting to get a little fatigued. So Cole had to bail on us. Justin, let me ask you, you and Cole made your opinion known about some of the disappointments that you've had in Zach Grage. I'll phrase it that way. But in your observation of Zach Grage, you have gotten to at least pick up on some positives here and there. What do you think are some of the positives? And I'm being serious. What do you think some of the positives that Zach Grage brings to the Lowndes Vikings?
I mean, in all honesty, probably the only thing that I could say that I've seen firsthand would be players wanting to play for him. I think that is the biggest thing.
Okay.
I think he does by the players. They put in a lot of hard work. He makes them put in a lot of hard work. They have really good practices. I think that's the biggest proponent to everything is you'll probably have more kids coming out than what you may have expected or whatever the case may be. And I think that's the biggest positive side that he has is being able to get more, the kids want to play for him and even drawing some out, that maybe walk in your hallways and stuff like that because he did it at Thomasville. I'm sure he can do the same at Lowndes. And look, I get it. But here's the thing, and I just want to make this point really quick because you can tell with some people's responses, people getting aggravated at maybe me or Cole or whatever.
Sure.
But the thing is everybody is different. Everybody's going to like different people. We all aren't going to like the same person. You can have 5 friends in a group, and there's going to be one friend out of that group that dislikes somebody over here, and the other person in that group is going to like them. And, everybody dislikes certain people. Now, it doesn't matter what I say because at the end of the day, I'm not a head football coach.
Right.
And everybody, I'm lucky enough to where, I know where the line is, toe the line, able to express my opinion on here, but everybody's got different opinions. I like a lot of coaches. A lot of people dislike Justin Rogers. I like Justin Rogers. I only met him one time. And that's the thing. I mean, everybody's got different opinions. Everybody's going to have different opinions. But, as long as I'm not getting on here accusing him of a crime or doing something crazy, we all can share our experiences about what happened, to coach A, B, C, D, whatever the case may be, because let's face it, a month ago, all of y'all loved Jamie DuBose. Now, half of y'all probably don't. You know what I mean? Now, half of y'all
True story.
So it can change. It can change at the drop of a hat, depending on the situation, is all I'm saying. So, you can have positive experience with a coach. I could have negative ones and vice versa.
Listen, well said, man. Listen, you and your strong opinions and Cole Strong are always welcome on this program and this network because I'm a big freedom guy and we don't censor people as long as you don't use a lot of profanity. With that one, we can't tolerate, but you don't. And so we always appreciate what you guys bring to the table. It's a bitter pill to swallow sometimes, but that's what makes this country great. And that's why I'm happy to, have this discourse with you where we can go back and forth. And I don't have to agree. Our Lowndes fan base doesn't have to agree with you, but you are giving the other side of the coin. And I appreciate that about you and Cole and George. George couldn't be with us tonight because he's got some family duties to take care of. But guys, the bottom line is this is our Lowndes community. And I think that we need to approach this as a fan base with an open mind and welcome Zach Grage and his family with open arms into the Lowndes community. Let's get behind them. Let's believe what they claim. Let's see what Zach Grage can do. And in a couple of years, if things aren't going in the right direction, I know this Lowndes fan base. You guys will make your opinion known. But I'm just asking you up front, have an open mind.
Justin, you would agree with that, right?
Yeah, I'll say this: even at Westfield, they hired 2 former Dodge County coaches that I had issue with, and part of the reason why I even went to Westfield to start with. Now they're on the coaching staff for the football team, but that's the school I graduated from. I'm still going to pull for the team. I mean, you still got to have a.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, that's going to do it for our show tonight. We're approaching 8:30 in a hurry, and it's time to go get something to eat because we got another show to plan for Thursday night. Guys, all my Viking fans, all my rowdy friends, let's meet here, same channel, same time on Thursday night, and we will have a little bit more uplifting and positive program on Thursday night without Cole and Justin, because it'll be just the Viking faithful that night. So, guys, listen, have a great week. Lowndes County, I think, in my opinion, we got a good one. Let's use this momentum, the springboard, into having a fantastic week. Listen, for Cole Moore, George Braddock, and Justin Haley, the SuperFans, I'm Larry Godwin. You guys have been watching, you know it, right? The PreGame Blitz on Tuesday night. Go Vikings. Y'all have a great night.